Welcome to my channel again, and thank you so much for tuning in. So today I'm basically going to be showing you how I created this beautiful, this sauce. Yeah, this sauce. You see this sauce? This glow? You see this glow? Yes. So I'll be showing you how to achieve this beautiful look. It's perfect for this cold weather that we're facing right here in Gauteng. Honestly, it's so cold. I feel like my soul is trying to keep warm as well. Every inch of me is trying to keep warm. Yeah, it's hectic, man. It's hectic. But then again, stay home, get a blanket, cup of coffee, and stay tuned. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and hit the notification bell so that you get a notification every single time I upload a video. And remember, I upload once a week, so stay tuned. And I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you learned something. If you don't understand anything in the video, please do hit the comment section, let me know, and I'll be sure to help you out. Love you lots. Bye. So I've already done one eye, and now I'm just going to show you how exactly I did it. I primed my eyelids with the NYX Jumbo Milk Pencil, as you might have seen. And now I'm going to go into the shade right here and use it as my transition color. So I'm going to be really up close, and I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do it. So I'm going to place mascara right here on my outer corner. Right here. And I'm just tapping it in and placing it on my outer corner and my crease. Not blending it yet, just placing it where I want it to be. And I'm being very gentle because this is a very sensitive area. You know, your eyes aren't... Yeah, don't be that harsh with your eyes. Just placing it where I want it to be. And trust the process. Just trust the process. So just placing this carefully. And I want you to kind of create the wing shape that you see this side, and then I'll show you how we clean it up. So now I start the blending process. So I'm kind of pushing the shade towards my inner corner. And keeping it right there by the crease. Just creating the shape that I actually want. Now with the clean brush, I'm just going to soften the edges. Brown, it's like a charcoal kind of color, and I'm just going to place this on my outer corner and just place it right here, focusing it on my outer corner, not going above my crease, creating like a little triangle right here before I even start blending it. And now I'm just going to blend it into my crease very carefully and creating like a wing with it into my crease. I think this is probably like a easier way of creating like a nice intense cut crease. Cut crease. What is a cut crease? Then I'm gonna go back with the same brush that I used for mascara and just blend this out. And I'm making sure to stay in between my crease. I'm keeping everything where it's supposed to be. Into my Connie Transform Eyebrow Sculpting Pomade, I'm going to use this as my eyeliner. I want like a very nice brown smoked out wing. So I'm going to use this as my liner and then set it with that nice dark charcoal color we had from the palette. It's nice and creamy, so it's kind of like easy to use as a liner. So I draw like an outline and then I just fill in the necessary spaces. I use a nice flat brush, it looks like this, and I'm going to use this to just smoke out the pomade before actually setting it. So I'm just going to, smoke that baby out. And then I'm going to go to the shade right here. And then just set this baby right here. And then smoke it out again. Yeah, so I'm just going to cut my crease using this beautiful shade. Like that. And just... And then, from there, I'm going to go back into the brush that we used for Dansuke, and we're just going to place this in the outer corner to just soften the edge of this. And Dansuke, Mascot together, just soften the outer edge of this baby here. Go back with the same clean brush and just blend this out, because you don't want it too harsh. Clean side as well, blend this out. And Mascot, just soften this baby out. Like that. And then Connie Transform Eyebrow Pomade in the shade Dark Brown, and I'm going to use this to create my eyeliner. And then I'm going to use a flat brush to just smoke this out. Nice and carefully, using this beautiful dark shade right here, just setting this beautiful pomade, making sure it's not going anywhere, and then using that same shade to kind of smoke it out. And I'm not using too much eyeshadow because it is quite pigmented, so a little goes a long way. So I'm finally back, put on my lashes, we're done, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to clean up this beautiful baby. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to use my Garnier Micellar water. You can see it's hanging on for its life. It's almost done. It's a fave. So I'm going to use this with a wet wipe, and I'm just going to clean up. So I'm going to clean up just like that. And then, hi, Bob's your uncle, but yet again, Bob could never look so good, so Mpho's your uncle. Now, it's just going to jump into my fave. I'm going to prime my face with the MAC Natural Radiance base as my primer, and I'm just going to place this all over. Last but not least, hydrate. What you're hydrating with, or whatever you're drinking, it's not really my business, but just hydrate. Hydrate, kids. Into foundation, and I'm going to use my favorite. I'm going to use the Maybelline 24-Hour Super Stay Foundation in the shade Caramel. Using my Real Techniques brush, I'm just going to dab into this. And yeah, I usually apply a very small amount and spread it all over my face, and then just build it up if I want more coverage. And your goal is a full coverage hand, so yeah, do you, boo, because I'm going full. If you want a more natural look, use the least amount, and if you want a more full coverage look, just go in and just kind of build it up until you're satisfied. My favorite concealer brushes, it's really flat. I made this flat myself. And then I'm going to go into my foundation, not applying too much product, just a little bit. And I'm going to clean up my brows because I want them to stay as natural as And now I'm going to go into my beauty sponge and I'm going to use the flat side and I'm just going to blend my foundation into my hairline, but being very careful of my beanie because we're trying to keep this baby clean. And if you have a frontal on, you're also trying to keep your frontal very clean at the same time as well. So like, and now I'm going to go into my concealer in the same Maybelline Fit Me concealer. It is a full coverage concealer, that's why it's my favorite. Now I'm just going to apply this under my eyes very carefully, and like I said, placement. Just be very careful about how you place your product. Like that. Then I'm going to go into another fave, the LA Gold Pro Concealer HD in the shade Fawn. It's also a very beautiful warm shade. And I'm going to use another flattened concealer brush and I'm going to apply Fawn right underneath the number 13 Maybelline concealer. Right here. I'm going to start blending from my forehead, being very careful about how I place the product and how I blend it. Like this. Ooh, my nose is tickly. And then my chin area. And then my nose. Blend it in like that. Get a snatched nose. And now I'm going to blend the concealer under my eyes. But I'm going to start blending from Fawn and then start placing everything very carefully. Like that. See, I have a very beautiful sharp look right there. Do you see that? So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And then I'm going to use the back side of my beauty sponge, the side that I use to blend my foundation with, and I'm just going to kind of blend in the edges of my concealer to make it seem like, you know, honey was born snatched. So now that I'm done with my concealer, I'm going to set my concealer with the Yardley Loose powder in the shade Caramelized, and I'm going to apply this baby nicely. I don't really bake under my eyes because I do have dry under eyes, so I'm just going to set like this because I don't want it to crease right here. And my chin. And then I'm going to bake my smile lines. I found this L'Oreal Infallible Stick Foundation in the shade Espresso. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. This is what it looks like. It is quite dark for me. So what I do is I just apply it on the back of my hand just to warm up the product. It is very creamy, so for me it's perfect to use as a contour shade. I'm going to use my Real Techniques contour brush, and then I'm just going to dab right there, being very careful. And then I'm just going to start contouring my face. You see, it looks very dark, so I use it very little and kind of blend it out and build as I go. I'm just going to clean up my contour right here. Make sure this baby's snatched as well. I contour my nose. I'm using the same products. You see, I haven't added much because the shade is much darker than my actual skin tone, and it's darker than the shade I'd actually use for contouring. I'm using as little as possible and just trying to spread it and make it look as natural as possible. So now I'm going to go into my nose and show you how I do it. So I usually start right underneath my brows, being very careful with my eyeshadow and just blending this very carefully. Like I said, placement is very important, and trust the process, because I mean, you will look like a clown at some point while doing your face, but trust the process, honey. Just trust the process. I'm going to use a nice blending brush, and I'm just carefully going to blend out the contour, not disturbing my eyebrows, not disturbing my eyeshadow or the powder that I've used to kind of set my concealer, but just blending out this contour here. I'm going to use this beautiful powder here, and I'm just going to use this to set my contour, my nose contour. And it's a very nice powder, but the way the packaging is, it's all over the place. It makes a hot mess. But I'm gonna use this to kind of set my nose. Yeah, so I'm gonna use this powder to actually set my nose contour and yeah, and kind of snatch up my baby like that. Like I said, it's a very nice powder, but it makes a hot mess, you know. And then let's pop. Matte and poreless pressed powder in the shade Caramel. And I'm gonna set all these products with my MAC Fix Plus in the Coke and coconut. So now that my face is almost dry, literally almost, because I do kind of baptize myself a bit. So I'm gonna go into my Connie Transform Every Day is My Birthday highlighter palette, and I'm gonna go into this beautiful shade right here. And like I said, before my whole face actually dries up, I'm gonna start applying my highlighter. Smile. That everything is blended together. Like I always say, there are no rules to makeup. Have fun with it, whatever you can use, as long as you read on the box if it's safe to use for whatever you want to use it for. Like if you want to use a lip liner as an eyeliner, check the ingredients, read on the box if it is actually safe to use for that. So I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay Mono Shadow in the shade Spike. It's a very beautiful burnt orange kind of color. And there's also a similar shade, if I'm not mistaken, on the Connie Transform palette. It's called Queen Bee, but it's kind of like a it's a much brighter orange for my liking to use as blush. So I'm going to use this eyeshadow as my blush, and then I'm just going to smile again and place this burnt orange on my cheeks. Going back with the other side of my brush, it's like a very smaller side, and I'm going to apply this highlighter right by my tear duct and my waterline. I'm just gonna use my NYX lip liner in the shade Espresso, if I'm not mistaken, It's a very nice, beautiful brown shade. It's usually my brown go-to pencil. And I'm just going to use this and kind of line my lips. So this is the end result. This is what the final look looks like, and like I said, trust the process. It's not easy. You're gonna look like you were beaten up a few times, but listen, trust the process, because at the end you look like this. You know, it all turns out well, comes out good. You know, we face a few obstacles along the way, but at the end all is well. Like I said, I will show you how I achieved the sauce, and I hope you've seen the sauce. You like the sauce? I like it too. And hopefully you learned a few things to help you achieve this beautiful sauce at home. And if you're having troubles, want to ask me questions about products or whatever you want to know, just use the comment section below and I will reply to you and we can have a nice chit chat about it. And please don't forget to be an amazing human. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video. You're amazing, you're a star, and I love you. Bye boo.